Unfortunately, I do not have the old tweet, as I've lived many different incarnations upon the planet, especially on social media platforms. But a few years ago, I made a tweet in which I was particularly abrasive and insulting towards the new fashion trend, which were those infantile, oversized, hidden, height-increasing shoes. Those large shoes with a huge sole. I remember seeing them and I was instantly enraged, as any red-blooded male should have been. And I wasn't sure exactly what it was. I don't know if it was the idea that short men were trying to act large, and as a man of naturally large stature, I was insulted that inferior specimens of the human race were trying to pretend they were my equal. I wasn't sure if it was just for the fact that the shoes looked infantile and childish. I think it was every single time I went shopping, I could no longer buy a nice pair of trainers or sneakers from any of the reputable brands because they'd all been oversized Lego brick garbage. But now I realize that actually the reason I was so overtly offended is because I am all-seeing, all-knowing Tate. I am an oracle. I am basically a psychic. In fact, I'm basically the most smartest, knowledgeable person on the planet. I have never predicted anything wrong in history. Every single call I've ever made has turned out to be completely accurate and factually correct. And the reason I was so instantly enraged when I saw these stupid fucking shoes on people's feet is because I did not know at the time, but deep in my soul, as an Aikido master, I knew that later on, this glaring fact would be presented to me. Who invented that trend? Which was the first brand that came out with those stupid oversized shoes? Balenciaga. The pedophiles. They're pedophile shoes. Now it all makes sense. When I first saw them, I was so pissed off, and I was pissed off at any man I saw wearing them. I didn't really know why, but now I know why, because they were invented by fucking pedophiles. So just like we will ostracize and criticize any single person you see walk into a Balenciaga store, I would actually like to expand that out across the entire fashion trend of these stupid overlarge shoes that people are wearing. These men walking around with these massive fucking shoes on. It's immature and it's pathetic. It was invented by pedophiles. It means by wearing them, you support pedophilia. You're basically a fucking pedophile yourself. They are now pedophile shoes. Whenever I see a man wearing them, I will tell him.
Now guys, over the last few days, Balenciaga have received backlash for sexualizing children. Posted on their Instagram account, which currently has 14 million followers, was a set of photos of two young girls holding a stuffed bear, wearing what many describe as bondage gear. Now the popular French fashion label Balenciaga recently issued an apology for this. The statement read, "We would like to address the controversies surrounding our recent ad campaigns. We strongly condemn child abuse. It was never our intent to include it in our narrative. The two separate ad campaigns in question reflect a series of grievous errors which Balenciaga take responsibility for. The first campaign, the gift collection campaign, featured children with the plush bear bags dressed in what some have labelled BDSM inspired outfits. Our plush bear bags are a gift collection and should not have been featured with the children. This is a wrong choice by Balenciaga, combined with our failure of assessing and validating images. The responsibility for this lies with Balenciaga alone." The second separate campaign for spring 2023 was meant to replicate business office equipment, including a photo with a page in the background from a Supreme Court file in the United States, the William 2008, which confirms as illegal and not protected by freedom of speech the promotion of child pornography. All the items included in the shooting were provided by third parties that confirmed in writing that these props were fake office documents that turned out to be real legal papers, most likely coming from the filming of a television drama. The inclusion of these unimproved documents was a result of reckless negligence, for which Balenciaga has filed a complaint. We take full accountability for our lack of oversight and control of the documents in the background. We could have done things differently. With internal and external investigations ongoing, we are taking the following actions. We are closing, revising our organisation and collective ways of working. We are reinforcing the structures around the creative process and validation. Steps we want to ensure that the new controls mark a pivot and will prevent this from happening again. We are laying down groundwork with organisations who specialise in child pornography and aim at ending child abuse and exploitation. We learn from our mistakes and identify ways we can contribute, and Balenciaga reiterates sincere apologies for the offence we have caused and extends its apologies to talents and partners. Now, Kim Kardashian is a person that's worked closely with Balenciaga over the years and also has children herself, and she put out a statement on Twitter. Kim Kardashian said, "I've been quiet for the past few days, not because I haven't been disgusted and outraged by the recent Balenciaga campaigns, because I wanted an opportunity to speak to their team to understand myself how this could have happened. As a mother of 4, I've been shaken by the disturbing images, and the safety of the children must be held with the highest regard, and any attempt to normalise child abuse of any kind should have no place in our society, period. I appreciate Balenciaga's removal of the campaigns and apology. In speaking with them, I believe they understand the seriousness of the issue and will take the necessary measures to make this never happen again. As for my future with Balenciaga, I'm currently reevaluating my relationship with the brand, basing it off their willingness to accept accountability for something that should have never happened to begin with, and the actions I'm expecting to see them take to protect children." Andrew Tate responded to this by saying, "I might stop taking their money. Unacceptable." What do you guys think on this situation? Comment your thoughts below, leave a like and subscribe with the notification bell.